What's up, YouTube? It is your girl Ayana, aka the Crafty Notary, back with another video. And as you can see by the title, I'm going to be telling you all about my CPA story. Now, I bet you might be wondering, like, why are you telling us your story? Because I think that as a person of color, I need to tell my story so that it can help someone else. So, excuse me, I'm on my way to pick up one of my cats from the vet. So you guys are just right on with me. It's not like you haven't done that before. So, last year, I searched for a CPA. And I found said CPA, who was a gentleman, and we had a consultation, and I told him what it was that I wanted to accomplish by hiring a CPA, which at that time was mainly filing my LLC as an S Corp, and also putting some structure around the accounting, because my LLC does not only take in my notary income, but it also takes in my husband's side income, and he's an IT consultant. So we met, everything was great. We paid the money that needed to be paid at the time, which was a couple of $1,000, and I got back from him a really solid plan for how to ensure that we could save money for retirement with our business funds, and and how to structure our business in general. That part was really good. So then I heard nothing, right? And I was sort of confused because they were supposed to be teaching me how to do Quickbooks, which I'm like, why do I need to be taught that? But I guess you do need to be taught that. But I heard nothing. So within the couple of months, I felt like I didn't hear anything, and so I canceled, thinking I'm not getting anything, I don't know what's going on, so I canceled. So, a few months later, I go on a journey again. I go on Thumbtack, and I find another CPA, who is a woman this time, and a woman of color. And, not that that matters, but everything is for perspective. And so, I have the same consultation with her and her people, and give her the same rundown of what we needed to do. And I had some taxes to file for my husband, and then ours to file for 2021. 2020 we had to file. 2021. So we had those to file, and so we paid all the monies, which again was not cheap for the taxes. And then I also paid a setup for Quickbooks, and there was a monthly charge for bookkeeping as well as payroll, which I now know was included for free. So we get everything set up. I see the Quickbooks. I went in and started confirming transactions, and then she told me that I didn't need to do that. So I stopped, and the taxes eventually got done, and I felt like there was nothing else. I never got a report monthly about my books or anything like that. So once again, I'm like, I don't know what these people are doing. I'm wasting money. I'm going to cancel it. So I canceled. But this time I felt a different way. and wrote an email stating that I felt that I should have been refunded some of those months in which I felt like I didn't receive services. And I didn't hear back from her. And the whole time, my biggest gripe with the company was about communication, or the lack of. And so just recently, yesterday, I had a conversation with her finally. One, because I had a question about something that got jacked up in my register on Quickbooks. That's why I had to teach you. But the error in the Quickbooks was not my fault. It's an automatic entry that Quickbooks does when it pays the taxes and the payroll for you. And so I wanted to ask her about that. And while we were on the line, I just brought up the other issue. And we kind of went back and forth on what I thought I should have gotten and what she think they gave me. And we kept going back and forth. And then she finally just came to and said, after, her and her CPA friends all agree that when you start CPA services, it could take anywhere between 3 to 6 months to completely onboard your entire financial situation. And the light bulb went on. And I said, well, if that had been communicated to me up front, I would have been a little bit more patient and I would not have been so quick to jump. But I didn't know that. And so she's like, yeah. And so finally the conversation energy kind of shifted, and she asked, what could we do? What could she do to make me feel, as if I got what I needed? And I threw out my suggestions. And I told her, I'm still in need of a CPA. Like, I still need this service because I don't necessarily have all the time in the world to do it, and I want to make sure it's right. So even if I do it myself, I want someone else's eyes on it, so that at the end of the year, when I give this stuff over to a CPA for taxes, they don't say, what the hell is this? Like, this is all a mess. So even though I don't think it's a mess, I don't know. That's not my lane. It's not my world. So I want to make sure somebody else who's professional knows that I'm doing it properly. So, long story short, or short story long, we're going to reconnect again and possibly restart our relationship. She shared with me that she's had certain clients for more than 10 years, and that having a CPA is a long-term relationship. It's not a short-term thing. And that is something that I didn't know. And when I thought about that and processed that after I got off the phone, one of the reasons why I wanted to share that with you all today is because as people of color, we don't necessarily get exposure to these types of services. And if you're running a legit business, and I've said this in another video, you need certain professionals on your side to ensure you're doing business properly. Okay? A CPA is one of them. A CPA or a bookkeeper or a financial advisor, a lawyer, you need them on your side when you are running a legit business. Now, if you're side hustling, more power to you. But if you're formed an LLC and you're running a legit LLC, you need these people behind you. Because I'll tell you something that I do know. Uncle Sam don't play about his money, okay? Now, I don't know all the people out here that claim you can be sovereign and all of that. You ain't got to pay no taxes. What I do know is they will come get theirs, okay? Thank you. So, I'm sharing this story today because I want to help someone else who's of color, such as myself, understand and realize the dynamic that is created between the client and the CPA. And it's not a short-term situation. It's a long-term relationship. So if you paid your money, because you're going to pay good money, if you paid your money and you're feeling like you're not getting what you think you paid for, just pump your brakes. Let a little time go by so that they can completely and fully onboard you and your business into their business, and keep the lines of communication open so that they understand what you need from them, and you understand what they need from you, because it's a two-way street. They're asking you for things and you're asking them for things. So you have to give them what they need in order for them to do what they need to do. So that is what I wanted to share. Other ethnicities and other cultures in this country have the luxury and the privilege to probably see this dynamic in their household, because their parents may have a business and have had a business for I don't know how long, and they've had the same CPA for 30, 40 years, whereas we may be new to the game. And I know that social media and being an influencer and having all these businesses has really produced another genre of people of color, if you will. Genre is probably not the right word, but another group of people of color that are now coming into some serious money. And we need to know how to protect our money. We need to know how to invest our money. We need to know how to put our money away so that when we're done working, we got money to live. So, and that is a big thing for me, that we have money to retire with. So if you're out there and you're not thinking about these things, please let me put this all on your mind and all on your heart, because these are all things that are important. And while you're 30 years old or in your 20s or late 20s and you're doing it and you're making all this money, you may not necessarily be thinking about retirement, because you're young, you're vibrant, you're youthful, you got it all going on. But let me tell you, it comes fast. It comes up fast. And when it's all said and done, Social Security will not be enough. It's not enough right now for the millions and millions of Americans who live solely on a Social Security check. Especially with rent the way it is, there's no way. Like a lot of these seniors right now, I don't know what's going to happen to them. I don't know. So, yeah, that's it. As usual, please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you have questions or concerns, please leave me a comment below. As you know, I will answer each and every one of the comments that I see. Also, on August the 3rd, come back here. I'm going to be doing the book club that I started. If you didn't watch my last live, go back and watch that live. The book that we will be using, the Complete Hand Guide, I think it's called the Complete Guide to Notary Handbook, something like that. It's a green book. It's on the NNA website. If you're a member of the NNA, you can access the book electronically. But go to my live, look at the live. I put the book on there. August the 3rd is when we're going to start that, probably about 7 p.m. Is that when we're going to start that book club. We're starting with chapter 1. So get the book, and yeah. Or maybe I might need to start a little later. Maybe I might start later in the week so that people can read chapter 1. We'll wing it. So we'll start with chapter 1, and we'll just go from there, and we'll wing it for the next session. So that's it. I don't want to make this video too long. Again, I appreciate you all. I love you. Thank you very much. Have a good day.